All right, y'all. Let's get into these 70 weeks of Daniel that is upon you and tie some points of light together for us on the coming year and the year after or whatever, okay? So, we have before us the Christ, all right? This is the Son of Man, and he is a sinner among men, and he is going to be hung on the cross, and his hanging on the cross has already started, and the final year is upon you. So this 39th month of COVID, that is happening on the week of Easter Orthodox, okay? That is signifying a time. So in 3 months, 39, 40, 41, 42, okay, he was buried on the 39th. So in 3 days, 40, 41, 42, what month is that? That's July, all right? So that's the first 42. Now, there's another 42, the time of Daniel, when Daniel started, the stormy Daniel. She came out on 3/18, if I remember correctly, and that ties to the 888, and that's the 24/24/24 for the XXX. For the 24/24/24 is also 666. That's the XXX for the porn rated. We have the porn star, the porn star pouring the vial. Okay, she was talking about and mocking Trump, his naked body, and just different things like this. So he's being stripped right now, and if you notice, you see like Tiger Woods, he has the screw poking out of his skin now. You have other things going on. You see the nails and the screws, and just keep your eyes open for it, because it's going to be happening from now till the next year. So, Stormy Daniels, 42 months, or 70 weeks. 70 weeks of Daniel. That ends on 7/20/24. All right, 7/20/24 is also the day of Biden's end of the 42 months, which is the false prophet. Okay, so from these 42 months, you're going to have that final year where the Christians, or the so-called church, is getting their warning. All right, so these in July, I guess Jesus would rise. So I am assuming that the AI will start releasing information like mine to the masses. But right now, the people who have found it early, God bless y'all if y'all are seeing and hearing, and hopefully y'all will be used in the future. But that is also up to you, because it's your choice to enter the race, and not everybody chooses to enter the race. Not everybody is a laborer, not everybody is a worker, but that's okay. You're still going to get into the kingdom, all right? It's not on everybody's heart to do these things, but it's what it is. God has to reflect through certain members of Christ in order to show people the time and day and hour and the truths that are coming, because the church has suffered the falling away, and there is no light in the church. They worship the law, they worship the right and wrong, they worship the Satan. Everything is flipped backwards, and everything's taught backwards, and the foundations shall be shattered, and we are building up those new foundations as we speak, and they're being laid out on platforms like mine, and this is where things will start to change, and the new age is going to be giving birth in this way. So the Easter, all right. So from Easter, or from the time Stormy Daniel took Trump on the cross, 4/6, Biden 4/6, the 46th president, she took him on that Thursday, the Hers Day, Cross Hers Day. She started stripping him down and doing those things. She compared him to Samson, cutting his hair and all those little tidbits. And Samson, the Nazarite, Jesus, the Nazarite, he wasn't, man, we're not getting into those things. Trying to stay focused here. So, from that hanging on the cross to next Easter, 331, all right, you have 360 days, and that's the year in the Jewish calendar. And then also that is the first of the start of the Easter, and then the Orthodox Easter is a full month later in May. So the whole month of April, which is a 666 month because it's a 30th day. It's a day with 30 months, which is an XXX, okay? So every month with 30 days is an XXX month, according to the Roman numerals. So this is how that all kind of fits together. So as these times are coming forward and the man of sin is being brought to the cross, we're going to hear some raunchy talk and some dirty talk and some XXX stuff and some rated R material. And if you're too politically correct, too caught up on the right and wrong, and too caught up on the left and right, and your freedoms and all this other shit going on, then you are not going to understand, and you're going to be left behind, and you're going to be running to the Ron Chi. And that Ron Chi is that DeSantis, that DeSatan, that is in Florida. And he may either be a physical sacrifice of the sun to represent the dark day coming in and those kinds of things, but I'm not. That's another video. So this time of the XXX material and this time of the man of sin that's going to be revealed, it's meant to have the people turn their back on him and meant to hang him on the cross. And he's going to be hung on the cross of this nation, hung on the cross of not obeying the law, and whatever else that they got piped up. It should be the 3 scores, like 3 types of trials or 3 types of things, like Stormy's the first one, or Stormy's the first trumpet that's sounding. She's the penthouse pet. He's the penthouse man. The pet of the month is sounding. And anyway, so that pet of the month, that pet of the day, that is signifying those 3 months coming. So when Trump would probably start to make his rise back in July and set it up for the fall, because the fall of Satan, and everybody goes into their house and starts watching the fall programming or whatever. So that's when the Trump trials would be on and all these other things, and everybody be getting offended by what they're hearing in trial. And it'd be a trial, so everything has to come out in truth, right? And the comeback kid has to tell his story, and we have to hear those stories of in Genesis where the sons defiled their father, and we know he doesn't drink now. So why does he not drink? Probably because he was defiled by something or someone, or however it's all going to work out. Okay, but we're going to get some good stories. It might not actually be Trump with this. It could be some other people, or however it all works out. But the devil's in the details, and that D is for Don. So it's the Don Tells. He's coming up with his own stories and narratives, and he's leading the show. So we'll see where it all goes. But we're coming up on that time. Where it's going to get interesting. And this summer, we could start seeing where Biden is, that 42 months to the 42 months of the false prophet, he could start to be taken out, like mental reasons or whatever, however they're going to do it. And then Kamala comes in and she just starts wrecking shit up, and however it's going to go. And then where we're shown that she got to be the president for a little bit. But this is kind of tie into that for a longer reflection, to where he goes into the hospital, or he could actually be shot, and then like Reagan, and then he goes into the hospital that way, and then she comes in and wrecks shit up, and then it just, however they're going to play it, but it can go like that. But there is going to be a that long sniper shot. All those main big narrative details that I've told y'all, they're all coming, dude. Like, this is those times, like when the shit falls out of the sky. Well, we're not going to get into it. Y'all can go back and listen and get caught up. So we're in those times, to where the 20 from July to that July, that's going to be the time when the church like, oh man, I think we're in the tribulation or whatever. Like, shit's going to just be going downhill, and Christmas is going to go away. If y'all remember all the crazy coding around Christmas time and whatever this past year, that's when the Un event is coming, and the Christmas stirring, and she's already told y'all to go out and buy Christmas and all this other stuff, and that's the Euphrates drying up, the trains and the trucks, and dude, it's all right in front of y'all, okay? And the abomination of desolation is being set up right now through Stormy Daniels. That is it. And y'all have to have the eyes and the ears to go where, to know what to do. All right. There may be a physical time when you need to physically flee. All right. If you lived in the cities, I would probably just move out of the cities anyways. But I do expect America to get that twin 9/11 event I've told you about, and this can be in multiple cities or whatever. But as soon as these countries dump the dollar, that's an abomination of desolation, and you need to get where you need to get. All right. But also fleeing to the mountains. All right. Let's take out running and that type of race. Okay. Because we know that a new heaven and a new earth is being developed right now. And this new heaven and earth is where Christ lives. And we can do all things through Christ. And if you don't have the eyes and ears to see, then you're not going to understand who Christ is and who Jesus is. And these things are being laid out right now. And this is part of the time of offense as well, because who Jesus is not who we are taught Jesus is. It's the exact opposite. And these things are going to offend people, and it's going to take time for people to get through the videos or to listen to the message or whatever, because I know a lot of these things, I do these short, try and do it under 15 minutes or whatever, but I know people, they stop watching at 5-6 minutes, a lot of the people, it's just because that's when I start getting into things that people, it's offending. But it's just the way it is. So, the adult tirade, that's grown people crying. All right. This is where we are. Grieve us, the Sodom and Gomorrah. We're adults. Poor us. My mommy and daddy did this to me. Who fucking cares, dude? Get over it, dog. Quit living in the past, dude. If you're lost in the woods, you don't go in a circle, do you? You keep your mind set on something and you drive towards it. Either way, folks, the mountains that are being laid upon us, we have to know where to flee, and we know that the fourth beast comes with the new 10 horns, and this 10 horns is part of the Mount 10s also. So we have to be able to see the new heaven and earth coming, and we have to be able to flee to those mountainous areas, in a matter of speaking. And they're going to be a spiritual mountain, because we're going into a spiritual age as far as the new heaven and earth, and all this carnal shit is going to go away. And we will have to end the video here because of time.